Hello students, this is Miss Dalton and this video is over polynomials in standard form. All of these functions that we're going to look at in today's video are written in standard form. Standard form looks like this, where you have f of x equals, and they're going to be listed out in what we call descending order. And descending order is just where the exponents decrease. So if you start with x to the fourth, we're going to go down to x to the third, then x squared, then x, and then the constant. Now, when we're talking about the leading coefficient, it is the coefficient of the term with the largest exponent. So in this particular function, my largest exponent is a 4. The leading coefficient would be whatever a is, okay? So let's look at a couple of examples. If you have f of x equals 4x to the 6th minus 3x squared plus 2, you'll notice that your highest exponent is 6, therefore the coefficient of that term is going to be your leading coefficient. So the leading coefficient is 4. Now what we really care about is whether or not that is positive or negative. Well, 4 is positive, so just go ahead and circle positive. Now, let's look at the next one. You'd want to look for the highest exponent. So the highest exponent is 3, and then the leading coefficient of that term is right here. Well, you have to remember that if you have a negative, right, that's assumed to be a -1, so your leading coefficient is -1. Therefore, the leading coefficient is negative. The degree of the polynomial. The degree is going to be your largest exponent, okay? So in that particular one that we just looked at, 4x to the 6th minus 3x squared plus 2, the largest exponent is 6. So the degree of that polynomial is 6. Now, the only thing we care about the degree is whether it is even or odd. Well, 6 is an even number, so we're going to circle even. And remember, your even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so and so. Let's look at the next one. F of x equals negative x to the third plus 5x squared plus x minus 1. The degree is the highest exponent, which is a 3. So we have a degree of 3. 3 is an odd number, so you would circle odd. Okay, in the last video we talked about end behavior, and so something that you'll understand more when you're looking at an actual equation is if the leading coefficient determines what happens on the right side. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to identify what's happening on the right side. If your leading coefficient is positive, then that means the right side is going up. So it doesn't matter if your degree is even or odd, the right side is going to go up. If your leading coefficient is negative, the right side is going to go down, no matter whether it's even or odd. So then these up here, so even, odd, that's talking about the degree. Well, if it's even, it's going to go in the same direction on both sides, and if it's odd, it's going to go opposite directions on both sides. So then we look at if it's an even degree and the right side is going up, well, the left side's going to go up as well because it's moving in the same direction. If it's odd, it's going to go in opposite directions, so the left side is going to go down. So it's going to feel really weird that you're actually going to graph the right side of your graph first, and then you'll graph the left side. Okay, so if the leading coefficient is negative, it's already going down. Well, if it's an even degree, same direction, so the left side will also go down. But if it's odd, it will go opposite direction, so now my left side goes up. Now, remember that this is the terminology that we use all the time, and then you would just have to fill in this part right here. So this is saying as x approaches negative infinity, well, when x approaches negative infinity, that's this way. And so that's on your left side. When x approaches positive infinity, that's going this way. And so that's what's happening on the right side. And then you would just fill in over here, you would fill in whether it's a, sorry, let me switch to a pen. You would have to fill out whether it's negative infinity or positive infinity. Okay? Same thing here, you would fill in whether it's negative infinity or positive infinity. Okay, so if we go back to the same examples that we just talked about, this one has an even degree and the leading coefficient is positive. So if we go over here, leading coefficient is positive, even degree, that means that both ends are going up, and so you would fill this in with positive infinity, positive infinity. If we look at this one here, we have an odd degree and we have a negative coefficient. Let me change the highlight of that. Odd degree, negative leading coefficient. So negative leading coefficient, odd degree would be here. So then you could fill it in. Left side goes up, right side goes down. So this would be a negative infinity. And this is what you would have to fill in. So this gets really tricky, so make sure that you're taking good notes on this. Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about in this video is how to find the y-intercept. When you're trying to find the y-intercept, you're going to plug in 0 for every x, and that's because when you write the ordered pair for a y-intercept, your x value is always 0. So if I go to this equation right here and I plug in 0 everywhere I see an x, 4 times 0 to the 6th power minus 3 times 0 to the 2nd power plus 2, well, anything times 0 is 0, so those are both 0, so therefore my y-intercept is 2. So you would write it as 0, 2. Then you could go to this next equation, plug in a 0, negative 0 to the 3rd plus 5, 0 squared plus 0. This would be 0, this would be 0, and this would be 0, and so therefore your y-intercept is 0, 0. All right, that's it for this video. Please make sure that you are working on your Delta Math assignment and ask me any questions if you have any.